Hello everybody, my name is Wilder, and if you watched my last video about Story of Seasons Friends of Mineral Town, I mentioned that we would probably get a proper look at Kai in the near future, and I guessed that somebody was listening to me because we finally got a look at him. We got art and screenshots of Kai released like 2 days after I made that video. We got a reveal of him and Anne, so now we have all the redesigns for the Mineral Town marriage candidates, as long as you don't count the special candidates like Kappa and the Harvest Goddess. I know we got a little look at them in the past, but we haven't gotten any real art or screenshots released yet for them, so not counting the special or mystery candidates, we now have a look at all the marriage candidates who live in Mineral Town. So let's finish this off with the last two, who are Kai and Anne. We'll start with Kai, shall we? Kai, a very laid-back and carefree guy, who only appears in Mineral Town in the summer, and sets up a stall on the beach. Kai looks very different in this game, big warning right off the bat. His face shape has changed a bit, but the first thing that I noticed was his outfit. In the last video when I mentioned Kai, many people said that it looked as if they replaced Kai's bandana with a beanie, and as we can see from the art and screenshots, his bandana has been replaced. However, the reason I don't mind them getting rid of his bandana is because of the rest of his outfit. I don't know about you guys, I liked his outfit in Mineral Town, there was absolutely nothing wrong with it, but this outfit looks good too. It's cool, I think it's really interesting and that it fits together nicely. I also think that it will suit his carefree and relaxed nature once we get into the game as well. Now from what I can tell from the information we got, Kai is still only going to appear in Mineral Town in the summer, just like in the original, so that's going to stay the same. I always liked that he only appeared in the summer, because when that season came around, you got a new character in town. It felt fresh and was interesting, so I'm actually pretty glad that they kept it the same way for this remake. You know, even though I actually didn't think they were going to change it. Speaking of summer, however, in these screenshots I have here, it shows the main character talking to Kai on the beach, so we actually get a nice look at that as well. Listen, in my opinion, Kai looks great. He does look different, but I think that after playing the game for a while, his new style and look will fit right into his personality, just like I said earlier. He gets a thumbs up from me as well. But that's enough about Kai for now. It's time to show you Anne. Now I'm gonna tell you this right away. The first thing I will say is that people are not going to be happy about this one. Oh my gosh. But you know what? That's okay with me because this is probably my favorite redesign in the game so far. And it also just so happens to be the biggest one. Anne is described by many fans as a tomboy. She works at the inn run by her father, Doug, who is very proud of her even though he constantly says she can be a bit rough around the edges from time to time. Now I know that I was just talking about Kai looking different, but Anne is on a whole other level. So let's break this down here. First off, her hair, for the most part, hasn't changed too much with how it actually looks. Especially with them keeping the white ribbon. I appreciate that they kept the white ribbon, I like it. However, replacing her braid with a much shorter ponytail has changed her entire look and design a lot more than I thought it would. But next, her clothes have changed quite a bit as well. I'm sad to see her overalls and her old shoes go, but they've been replaced with a very cute sundress and some very colorful flats. I really like this whole outfit. I think it's cute and it will definitely look good in spring and summer. I'm gonna miss her overalls quite a bit though. She looks very different without them on. So here's the thing when it comes to Anne. I got a lot of comments saying that they love Anne, and that if the redesign makes her look more girly instead of sticking with her tomboyish exterior, then they'll be very upset. Seeing all of those comments, and then looking at her hair and clothes in this redesign, definitely makes me worried about what people are going to say. This design is very different, there's no denying that. But it's actually so different that it starts to feel as if this is a different character altogether, and I think I might know why. Keep in mind we haven't played the game yet, but I think the reason as to why Anne in this remake looks and feels almost like a different character is because of Magical Melody. Now stay with me here, but this is something I've been thinking of. Anne has already had a redesign for Magical Melody. In this design you can see that she looks a lot more like Remake Anne than she does Mineral Town Anne. I think that they had this design in mind when they decided to redesign the characters and went in this direction even more than they already did, rather than make a little bit of an update to the old characters like they did with Ellie or Mary, who both look very similar to their original design. I know that one is supposed to be an inventor and the other is an innkeeper, but if you look at the design for Anne from Magical Melody, who is the inventor, it's not hard to believe that they built off of this to make our new redesigned Anne. I'm not sure if this is actually what happened or not, but if it is, then it makes a lot of sense to me. But I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comments. Like I said, I know this version of Anne looks very different, and in a way feels like a different character. But I'm sure that, for me at least, when I get into the game and start talking with her, her personality will probably fit nicely. Honestly though, I really like this redesign, and I'm pretty sure I'm gonna marry her now. So, we finally got a look at both Kai and Anne, and with this we finally have a full, proper look at all of the marriage candidates from Mineral Town itself. Remember, not including the special marriage candidates. So now that we've seen all of the regular marriage candidates, what do I think overall? Well, if you've been following my videos lately, you'll have a pretty good idea. But to sum it all up, I'm honestly pretty happy with them all. There are a few characters that I'm a little underwhelmed by, like the Doctor, and to a somewhat lesser extent Karen, but overall I'm actually a pretty big fan of these new designs and have very few problems with many of them. Considering how much worse it really could have been, I honestly feel like we got pretty lucky. I'm still going to mourn Gray's hat though, it will be missed. Even though they made his hat into literally his entire outfit, that was actually a pretty cool thing to notice. Now, before you go, I do have a screenshot for you from the game itself. I always have screenshots for you at the end of the videos. So take a look at this. This is a picture of the outside of the chicken coop on our farm. The chicken coop is at an angle this time, just like the house is, and it's pretty close to your field. There's also what looks to be like a pre-built fence to keep your chickens inside, which makes me wonder if it's going to be there from the beginning of the game. If it is, then we probably won't have to make a fence out of stone to protect the chickens like we used to in the original. But I'm not sure. Whatever happens with that mechanic, I think that the coop looks really good, and I like how the farm is shaping up. I really do. The last little thing I want to touch on is the brown chicken that's in this screenshot. This is one of the many new animal additions to the game, and I really like that the chickens are getting some variety to them. It's just nice to see. But anyway, I want to know what you think about all this. Let me know in the comments down below. Don't forget to leave a like if you enjoyed this video. Down in the description there are links to my Patreon, my Discord, and my Twitter, so go check them out if you're interested. I want to give a huge thank you to all my amazing, wonderful patrons. Their names are in the description. You guys are awesome. Thank you all so much for watching, and as always, I will see you in the next one.